for people that have, let's just say, greater than 50% margins, you aren't including certain things. The reason why I bring this up is because I was part of this incorrect boat. Like there was this huge thread like 3 weeks ago about everybody's got like 30% margins plus or minus. If you're in growth mode, it's 15%. And I remember laughing at this. I was like, I remember when I had 90%, but that's incorrect. If you have margins that are over 50%, you're not including certain things. You're not including paid client acquisition. Acquisition. How do you spell acquisition? In terms of money or time. So I would go to in-person events and I would spend like 3 hours there and I'd be like, oh my God, I have a 90% agency. It's so great. My margins are huge. That's incorrect. I'm not paying, my company's not paying me for the 3 hours that I spent there. It's not paying the $50 or $100 or $200 an hour that I'm spending doing client acquisition. And I wasn't looking at the time I was spending with my in-person clients and then coming to the office as paid client acquisition. That was $0 time. That's incorrect. That is a dishonest relationship that will ultimately lead to you hating your clients and feeling like you work too hard or it's unfair or something like that. That's what happens. You aren't including paid client acquisition. The second thing, you're not including paid fulfillment in terms of dollars or time. For the most part, agency owners that feel burnout, it's because they're not doing this. Because they're saying, okay, I'll just have to spend like 3 or 4 more hours in this website trying to figure it out. And they spend 4 hours trying to figure out why their plugin doesn't work. And they don't have money to pay for a person, but they spent 6 hours trying to figure out why this debugs plugin doesn't work. And then they spend another 4 hours trying to figure out how to make their ads and their cost per lead lower. That is paid fulfillment. You are not paying yourself. Does that make sense? You're just losing time and losing money because you're not paying yourself for the time. You're just sitting back and saying, oh, my company makes $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 a month. This is great. But you're not having an honest relationship between you and your agency and the dollars. If you have margins over 50%, you're not realizing that you have to pay for fulfillment, either yourself or somebody else. I hope this begins to make sense. And then finally, you're not paying salary. Yourself or people or profits.